Hey everybody, thanks so much for coming back to our summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. My name is Mr. Justin, and today we're talking all about origami. Now origami is a traditional Japanese paper art. I'm sure you've all seen it before, maybe tried it for yourself. Well, this week we are going to provide you all the materials you need to make some cool objects with origami paper. And so if you can come to the library, you can come pick up your little bag this week, and inside the bag you'll see about 35 pieces of origami paper. And it's the colors are on both sides. And we also have the little packet of all the instructions that you can go ahead and follow in order to make the different things that we are going to make. And you can make, for instance, in there we got a little swan, and there's a little swan I made. I also have a grasshopper that I made up beforehand, and there's a little grasshopper. You can even put a face on it if you want. And I have a tree. Now obviously I'm not the most artistic person, so my tree is a little lopsided, but you get the idea. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually do at least one model today in front of the camera. There's going to be a lot of terms in the packet that you may not be familiar with. I'll try to make sure to put in our little flyer in the bag some of the couple links that'll show you what those terms mean. We also want to thank OrigamiUSA.com. They do have free to use origami templates and traditional models that we are using today, and that's where all the models are coming from. What we're going to make first is we are going to make a cup. So we're going to start with our square, and we're going to fold in half diagonally, and because I'm folding it in like this, it's going to be called a valley fold. So you always want to make sure you get the creases right, and if it's not a perfect fold, that's all right. Most of mine aren't, so that'll work. So now we got our little triangle, and I am going to bring one of my edges across. Let's see, how we're going to do. So we got that. So we took this across like that, and we are going to fold it. And then I'm going to take the first flap down here, and I'm going to stick it in the slot I created. So it's going to look just like that. And of course the directions will give you everything you need to do. I'm going to turn that over and take this and kind of do the same exact fold. And now I'm going to take this flap and bring it in. And it should go right in there. My folds may have been a little off, but that's okay. And then we put that in there, crease everything a little bit, and there is our cup. Got our cup right there. That side's not as pretty, but that side looks pretty good. And the paper's not a little flimsy, so you might be able to put a little bit of water in it and just use it once. It's obviously only maybe hold an ounce of that, but it does work as a functioning cup. Now, even if you had an even larger piece of paper, maybe 20 square inches, you can make the same thing and actually turn it into a hat. But right now we have a 6-inch by 6-inch, and it makes a perfect little tiny cup. Let's go ahead and do one more model, and this is going to be a cool little windsurfer. And so once again, you're going to take your piece of paper, and we're going to fold it in half again. Got to get that crease. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a kite base. And what that means is I'm going to fold out, and then we're going to take each side and fold it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of making a paper airplane. And I always have a little bit of trouble with this, but that's okay. Oh, that's looking ugly, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to fold that. And now you can see it does indeed look like a kite. And now that we have our kite base, we're going to hold it like this. And we are going to go ahead and take this side up and fold it. Look at that, looks like we now have a pentagon with 5 sides. And now we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it to the center. On one side, crease it. Other side, crease it. It almost looks like our cup again, doesn't it? But a little more. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lay it flat here, and we're going to take the bigger part, just fold it like that, let it stand back up, and there is our little windsurfer. Now it's cool, you can put it on the tabletop and you can blow it with air. It'll actually kind of glide along on the table, and there's your little windsurfer. And there's a couple other models in the kit or in the packet that will require kind of blowing into it to blow it up. There's a blow up bunny, there's a little water bomb, although you just like blow into the thing and it'll just like puff up, so that's pretty cool too. So we have about 14 different designs. With the jumping frog, you just need to cut your paper in half to make a rectangle, because that requires a rectangle. There's a cat and a dog where you got the heads, and then the body, there's only the dog, but the cat uses the same body. So if you want to put a body for your cat head, you can just do the directions for the dog. And then if you want to find other designs, you can just go online and search origami models, and you can find some really cool things out there beyond the ones that we did today. So on our Facebook page, I would want, if you want, go ahead and post pictures and show us some of the things you created with origami. I definitely want to see some of the models that you made, whether it's from our packet or you found it online or even made your own. You got plenty of paper. You got about 35 sheets, so you'll be able to make whatever you want with the origami paper that we provided you. And again, you can pick the packet up at the bag up at any of our branches. And I want to see what you can create with origami. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed making our little origami models. And definitely I want you to show us what you were able to create. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.